From the standpoint of Johnny's ability to create outside of punting, what type of advantage are you seeing maybe from different, I guess, units when he lines up from a punt? Like, I guess opposing units, why do they have to kind of...
I mean, you always got to be aware of the skill set that he has and throwing, and just flipping it from myself, playing against Hekker when he was with the Rams, it just makes you work on some other things just because he is such a good thrower. I mean, in theory, he could really be like a third-string quarterback. And, you know, you do see some different things, maybe at midfield or certain down and distances, and I think that's just all part of it. But, you know, I wish we would have converted on that fake down in Miami, but glad we gave it a shot there and, you know, and keep it going.
You ever had a punter have a completed pass and an unnecessary roughness penalty in the same game?
I haven't. That's a first. That's a first one. I will say this about him. The thing I love about him, he is so passionate, and he's such a competitor. I would never, ever want to change any of that with him.
What did you think about the call?
I'll never go there on any of the calls. So good try, but that won't be answered.
You guys made like a plethora of roster moves this week. Obviously, those guys, probably one of their first meetings is coming to you and talking about special teams. What have you seen on tape from you guys?
I think, you know, the guys just getting here, obviously have watched them on tape, figuring out who they are, what they can do, studying them at practice in their movement skills, but we're just trying to get them up to speed, because in our world they're going to play faster than probably what they anticipated, and if they play, we expect them to play well. Because like going this week against Houston, I think Houston, if you know, some people look at the DVO, I mean they're the fifth best team in the league. I've already got a kick return for a touchdown. They kicked a cover. I think they're second in the league in opponent drive start. I mean, they got a lot of good players, and they're well coached. So when you're talking about roster moves and those things, I mean, we're still going to play the game, and I need guys to step up because we'll be challenged.
You've brought in last year. You got Wooten, like kind of early in the season, and then you've got Claudin, who's come in here. What has he done?
I think he's a young player that's getting better. I mean, I think if you really think about it, is this going to be his sixth game? And I think I see a player that's getting better, but I also keep it in the context of this is maybe game 7 for him. And I know there's going to be some mistakes, but I'm okay with that. I like he's a smart, intelligent kid. He works hard. He studies a lot of film. He's strong. He can run. He's a player that I expect that we can grow and win with, and I'm glad he's here. I think that was a great get by our front office.
How many more weeks until return season?
Oh, the leaves are changing, you know, but it's probably a little different down here, you know, but you know, you never look past, but you know, we got 2 at home, and then you're going to head up to the cold where the leaves have changed for a couple months now. So it's coming.
DJ Johnson's kind of carved out this role as a guy who just kind of breaks up, like blocking. Why does his skill set fit on kick returns?
He's strong. He's physical. He can run. I say that he has heavy hands, and what I mean by that is when he puts his paws on you, you can actually feel the person. And I like his aggression, and the thing I think that I've seen him grow from since we drafted him to now, he's figuring it out on special teams. And is he there yet? No, but he's getting there, and I have a lot of confidence in him. So it's been a fun process to watch.
Was Ian and Etor, were they pretty involved with your unit?
They were involved in a few phases, and they did a nice job for us. So, you know, they'll be missed, but and everybody says in the NFL it's the next man up, and it is true. And I think the thing about it is those guys set a standard. So if you're stepping in for those guys, that standard's already been set. So now it's your job to make sure that the standard is still there and then you try to take it to another level, and I think that's what we're trying to do with all our guys.
When the head coach is more of the CEO type person and not calling plays, have you noticed in the past that they're more involved kind of with your unit and maybe the opposite unit they would normally be involved in?
I think every case is different, but what I would say about Coach, he's been involved with everything, and I love it that he's involved with everything. So to me, it's been the same. And Coach knows exactly what we're doing on special teams. He loves special teams, so it's fun to visit with him about what we're doing in the game plan and why and those things, and then him challenging us. Hey, have you ever thought about this or that? And to me, that helps you as a coach, and then that helps your unit overall.
You shared before, realistically, it is going to take time for Tariq Cohen to get back to even just where he was. Where would you say things stand now and just the progression you've seen from him?
I think he's getting better. I made a couple comments yesterday when we were doing some inside run stuff, and he was running the ball. I saw some cuts that I had seen before. Let me put it to you that way. And so I thought that was a really nice sign. He's doing well.
Can I ask you a random question? The league's
You
gotten away.
can. It's your
Yeah, I know, it's my time,
What if
sorry.
I said no, but go ahead.
If you did say no, I probably would have asked it anyway. The league's gotten away from backup quarterbacks being the holder on field goals for years. Why do you think that change was made?
The change was made because the kicker and punter are always with each other all the time. So, and there's so many things about holding these days with regards to is it left or right win, right to left, how you want to spin the laces, place the laces at a certain goalpost based upon how things are going, or just the lean of the ball based on the hash. A backup quarterback's worried about playing backup quarterback, and when he goes to a holder, he's just worried about really kind of putting the ball down. When it's the kicker and punter all together, they're over there talking, hey, give me a little bit more lean here. I need this ball to fly a little bit more. I'm going to manipulate the football, and you're talking those things through. And I think that's just why things have kind of morphed to that. Even like if you're drafting a punter or looking at a punter on your team, one of the big things is, does he hold? And that's a huge criteria. Is it a must? It's not, but it just makes the working environment so much easier. For example, today we'll do some Jiffy Lube drills with Eddie, but Johnny will be there working, and they're talking things through. So we're getting a lot of mental reps without physically kicking the ball.
Remind me what a Jiffy Lube drill is.
It's just it's really just a term that we use. We're going to do a bunch of drills where we're not kicking the football, but just making sure that the operation and the steps and the technique and the fundamentals are still there. So we're developing muscle memory. I just always think, Jiffy Lube, I mean, they change your oil within 30 minutes. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same principle. No, I'm not sponsored by them.
You'll get a sponsorship?
We all good?
Everybody good? Appreciate you. Thank you.
I guess I shouldn't ask.